JBL is one of the best and most popular makers of portable audio products in our entire industry. They introduced the Xtreme 3 back in 2020. It's been very popular. Here we are in spring of 2024, and they're introducing Xtreme 4. It's available in blue, black, or camo, kind of like this one. What are the differences? Let's get started. We're excited about Xtreme 4, partly because Xtreme 3 has been such a good seller for us, and this does have some really cool upgrades. One of the differences is this is actually priced at less than Xtreme 3's original retail price of $429. This is coming in at $379. It is IP67 rated, so ingress of water and dust is not going to be an issue. You can take it to the pool, take it to the beach, literally walk down the street in the rain with it if you want. You're not going to have any issue. So one of the biggest differences between Xtreme 4 and 3 is battery life. This is a 24-hour battery life product, and it only takes 3.5 hours to bring it to full charge. Versus the Model 3, that's a 15-hour battery life. So that's a significant upgrade in battery life. But there's a second part that we think is even more important and that you're really going to love. This time around, there's a user replaceable battery. So you can see the two screws underneath here. That's holding a battery compartment. Now, JBL hasn't even introduced the replacement battery as yet, because obviously they're just starting to ship this, so you don't need a replacement battery. But at a certain point, with the 3, you're faced with having to pack it up in the original box and packing and send it back for a battery. This is user replaceable. Big time upgrade in the sense that not only will you get a lot of battery life every time you use this with the 24 hours, but you'll be able to put in a new battery when the old one conks out. Let's talk just a little bit more about battery life. So you can see that this unit is slightly physically larger, specifically because you've got this bottom section which houses the replaceable battery, where you don't have that bottom section here. So slight physical differences. They really feel like they're just about exactly the same weight. One really nice feature is that you get a beautiful strap that JBL puts in with this. We love this strap. And you also get, by the way, in the little power brick, about a 5-foot cable, which should be plenty. There is a feature which allows you to extend the battery life, by the way, to about 30 hours from 24. That's if you want to use the battery saver feature that you can enable through the app. Let's talk sound quality. Short and sweet, plays louder, stays clearer, has more bass. So let's talk about a couple things they did internally. Like the Model 3, Model 4 has twin tweeters and 2 woofers. Unlike this one, the new Model 4 has the amplifier configured a little bit differently, where you've got 25 watts going to each of those 4 speakers in here. This time around, they've dedicated a little more power to the bass. It's 30 watts going to the 2 woofers, and then 20 watts going to the 2 tweeters. What that has really seemed to give you in practical listening terms is, number one, this will play louder than this one. This is going to give you about 3 to 4 dB more output, depending on frequency, than what you're capable of hitting here and yet stay clean. So with a reconfigured amp, even though it's a similar driver configuration, this will play a little louder, and it definitely seems to have more bottom end. They again give you the twin bass radiators on either side of the unit, so that hasn't changed. But you definitely get a little bit more of an authoritative bass punch kind of thing. Vocals, to me, sound even a little bit more realistic than they do here. It sounds a little bit more like the human voice, partly because this is simply a more bass-capable unit. So they've made a few changes to the physical configuration of the controls, not much. You've still got your play and pause button here. You've still got your volume up and volume down buttons flanking that. This row here is just a little bit different. Power on, power off, of course your Bluetooth pairing button, but this time you've got a multi-speaker use function that replaces the party box button that you have on Xtreme 3. So one last thing that you need to be aware of physically between the two, you can see the USB-C connection here on the Model 4. On the Xtreme 3, you've got a USB-C connection underneath this little window, but you also have an aux input that you don't have on the Model 4 that may or may not be important to you. Also, you can charge now this time around another device using this USB-C connection. So if you want to charge your smartphone, go right ahead and do so. JBL has also incorporated a really cool feature using artificial intelligence. They call it AI Sound Boost. And how it works is, whether you're playing rock, jazz, classical, or for that matter, a podcast, AI Sound Boost will literally use artificial intelligence to analyze the sound of that music in the room that you're in and make adjustments dynamically as you go to give you the best sound quality possible. Now, they still include in the JBL app the slider type EQ, and you can use the JBL app to set this thing up to sound the way you really prefer it. But the addition of the AI Sound Boost is a pretty cool application of technology to make sure that for the type of music and the room you're in, you're getting the best sound possible. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe and click that little bell icon down below so that you're always notified of our upcoming content. We really appreciate it. Feel free to leave a comment as well. We'll try to respond promptly. A key way in which JBL has upped their game with the Xtreme 4 is that this now has Bluetooth Spec 5.3. That's a big change because Bluetooth 5.3 is capable of literally twice the data transfer rates of what you had in 5.1, which is the Bluetooth version you got in Xtreme 3. So dropouts really shouldn't be an issue because we're talking about twice the data transfer rate that you had previously. Also, Bluetooth 5.3 is spec'd for 240 meters of range. That's massive compared to what we had before. Dropouts are bad. No dropouts are good. Another really cool benefit is that Xtreme 4 is Auracast technology enabled. Bluetooth Auracast means that your friends will be able to go on their device, look at what you're listening to, and they'll be able to listen as well at the same time that you are. There's also a benefit when you use this in public places. Go into the gym, let's say, where you can see what the TV's doing, but you can't hear it. Or again, maybe at a sports bar where they've got multiple games going on, so they want to show that to you, but you're not necessarily able to hear it previously. With Auracast, you'll be able to connect to it, and now you've got the audio that goes along with the video. One last new Bluetooth benefit, the Xtreme 4 is Bluetooth LE, or low energy audio enabled. So it's a more efficient use of energy, which means you're going to get obviously that longer battery life that we talked about, but also it improves the audio quality somewhat as you listen. One last benefit that JBL has built in, this is a more environmentally friendly unit. They've used considerably more recyclable material in the building of Xtreme 4. And again, you've got that replaceable battery feature so that hopefully instead of chucking this when the battery dies, you just replace the battery and continue to enjoy your unit. To sum up, at Gramophone, we think that you're going to love the JBL Xtreme 4. It's priced at a cost-friendly $379. It will play louder without distortion, give you better bass, and we think just has better sound overall when compared to the Xtreme 3. One of the most important features is it's got considerably better battery life at 24 hours, and that battery is replaceable. So you're going to get more life out of this unit, all of which is pretty cool. To learn more about JBL and all of our fine brands, please visit Gramophone.com. And to pick up your JBL Xtreme 4, shop Sky by Gramophone. where you'll always get a secure checkout with fast and free shipping straight to your door. We'd love to meet with you, so if you live anywhere near the Maryland area, please stop and visit one of our stores at Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland. If you come visit us in Timonium, make sure you visit the Experience Center, where you will see amazing products displayed in an amazing way. And check out the Kitchen Design Center up in Hunt Valley as well. They can help you with your new remodel. Thanks for stopping by. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.